Within the present tense verb conjugations, we can differentiate 6 groups that follow different rules of conjugation. The first group has the endings with ować. The owa part will change to uj. Second group of verbs end in iwać and iwać. Note the asterisk here that iwać is after G, K, or H. We do have C before the H because we differentiate that for grammatical purposes, just has a normal H sound. The part of the verb that consists of iwa and iwa will change to uj when we conjugate it, uj. In the third group of verbs that end with awać, within the conjugated verb, the part of va will change to y sound. Fourth group of verbs that end in nąć, within the verb itself, no will change into letter N or NI, which is pronounced ni. The fifth group of verbs will end in ich, uch. Within those, the letter I will change to IJ, the letter Y will change to YJ, and the letter U will change to UJ. And the final groups of these verbs end with ech and ach. And up there, the letter E and A both change to EJ. I know it looks so intimidating at first sight, but don't worry because it actually makes so much more sense once you see the verbs being conjugated. And that's what we're going to look now at. We're going to look at the first group, ować. The infinitive of the verb to cook in Polish is gotować. So here we see the ować ending, and that is what dictates the rules of conjugation. So as we've said, in the first group of verbs, owa, which we can see here in gotować, we of course take off the chi because it's just a final letter that indicates the infinitive, and the other part changes to uj. In red, I've marked for you the actual conjugations, the endings that all the verbs of this group will take. The endings are ę, esz, ecie, on. Following this pattern of rules, where within the infinitive of the verb, the owa part changes to uj, we can now form the entire conjugated verb. Ja gotuję. Ja gotuję. Gotuję. Ty gotujesz. 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 On, ona, ono gotuje. 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 My gotujemy. 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 Wy gotujecie. 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 Oni, one gotują. 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 That's the rules that the first group of present tense verbs ending in ować will take. We're going to look at another example for you to just have a look in context again. The second verb we're going to look at is to kiss, a very useful verb. Całować. So we're going to take off the last letter ci because it's only applicable to the infinitive itself, and the owa part will take the uj. Całuję. Całuję. Ja całuję. Całujesz. Całujesz. Ty całujesz. Całuję. Całuje. On, ona, ono całuje. Całujemy. Całujemy. My całujemy. Całujecie. całujecie, wy całujecie. Całują, całują. Oni, one całują. So note that actually in the Polish language you don't have to use the person. You can omit the words ja, ty, my, wy, oni, etc. unlike in English, because the endings of the conjugated verb tells you the person. Let's look at another example. Spacerować, to have a walk, which comes from the word itself, spacer, which means a walk. And here it's exactly the same thing. It's a first group verb of present tense verbs ending in ować. So we take off the letter ci, the last letter, because it indicates infinitive, to be ready for conjugation. And to be ready for that conjugation, we also take off that owa part and we change it to uj. So we have now ja spaceruję. 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 Spacerujesz. Spacerujesz. Ty spacerujesz. Spaceruję. Spaceruje. On, ona, ono spaceruje. Spacerujemy. Spacerujemy. My spacerujemy. Spacerujecie. Spacerujecie. Wy spacerujecie. Spacerują. Spacerują. Oni, one spacerują. To sum up this episode on the present tense first group of verbs, there are a few things we should remember. First of all, we need to remove the last letter of the infinitive, the letter ch. Then we substitute the inside part of the verb owa with uj. And after that, the last step is to add the present tense first group endings, marked here in red, to the newly formed stem. And voila, now you understand the formation of the first group of verbs in the present tense. You understand the inside stem change of ova to uj, which happens due to phonetic reasons, as we wouldn't be able to pronounce a vowel beside a vowel in such conjugation. And you can also conjugate lots of verbs that follow this pattern, and I've listed some of them below here, like balować, which is to party hard, celować, to aim, lądować, to land, malować, to paint, pozować, to pose, rysować, to draw, oferować, to offer, kupować, to buy, podróżować, to travel, pracować, to work. I know it seems as a very different system of conjugating, and definitely it is if you mainly speak English, but if you speak any of the Romanesque languages, like Spanish for example, this inside stem change actually happens in the other verbs in their language too.